In the spirit of giving, I've decided to focus my considerable musical prowess on the task of curating a truly abysmal Christmas playlist for you all. This is something I've been a fan of doing for a while, finding those hidden gems, those ill-advised and usually forgotten Christmas cash-ins by famous musicians or bands. And because I couldn't resist, I've also thrown in a few very famous ones that just personally get my goat. Now, I originally wanted this video to be based on compositional technique, where I tried to identify the sorts of musical elements that typify a classic Christmas song, but I just got nowhere with it because the answer can be summarised in one sentence. Just add sleigh bells and say the word Christmas. Do that and it doesn't matter what style your music's in, you're there, even if you're Helmut Lachenmann.
Christmas.
And since we're engaging with the lowest common denominator here, let's do this in the style of a Watch Mojo video. It's the most wonderful time of the year. You're watching Tantacruel, and now it's time for the top 10 most abysmal Christmas songs by musicians who should probably have known better. Listen now and let a Christmas chill creep into your bones. At number 10, it's Beck, who, right around the time he released the excellent Odelay in 1996, also decided to churn out this insultingly lazy version of The Little Drummer Boy. So there really shouldn't be any more debate about this, especially now that a consensus has been reached by 97% of the world's scientists. And they've concluded that The Little Drummer Boy is the worst traditional Christmas song, and the only reason people cover it is to annoy other people. And now from someone who should know better to someone who's never been better than anyone. It's Bon Jovi with the miserable cover of Backdoor Santa. Nothing says processed cheese like the combination of Bon Jovi's voice, a tortuously overused blues riff, and that nasty 80s guitar sound. Ugh. I really think that this song should be incorporated into the Turing test, because any listener who claims to enjoy it is definitely a machine. And in a similar vein, here's number 8. Oh look, it's Twisted Sister doing O Come All Ye Faithful. Man, fashions have changed. I really don't think this needs much commentary. It's just one of those things you have to accept. It also feels decidedly off in some way. The idea seems to be that this lady is upset because, I mean, wouldn't you be if Twisted Sister showed up in your living room? And then, of course, she begins to get into it. And then, oh look, she's dancing around with the rest of them. How transgressive. That's it, I'm gonna draw a dirty word in my maths book. Okay, number 7. This one's amazing. And I'm cheating a bit because it's also pretty famous. Now, if you don't know it, which for those on the European side is much more likely, I'd prefer to avoid giving you any context because I really think it's best experienced that way. Just know that it's called Christmas Shoes by a band called New Song. For my mama, please. It's Christmas Eve. Now you might be asking yourself, what? Is that Rob Lowe? Is this a movie or an SNL skit or something? And the answer is, just let it be. Let Christmas shoes be Christmas shoes. Accept it into your heart, and then go to the doctor because your heart now has cancer. And can I now direct your attention to this creepy line? Want her to look beautiful if Mama meets Jesus tonight. I want her to look beautiful if Mama meets Jesus tonight. That's either really bleak or really sacrilegious and sleazy. Yeah, can I also get a pair of latex gloves? My dad's going out to meet Mary Magdalene later. Okay, I think I'm losing the Watch Mojo feel here. Let's just move on. At number 6, it's Ghostface Killah with his song Xmas. A mesmerising clash between substance and style.
That night before Christmas, dashing through the snow. Rudolph the reindeer, red nose that glow. It's all about the candy canes and Christmas.
There's really not much to say about this one. It's just so sentimental, yet so forceful.
At night, gingerbread house, pumping that jingle bell rock. And all the little bad kids get cold in their socks.
I just have one question, Ghostface Killa. Who's your audience here? Okay, so I'm sorry that the USA has pretty much dominated this list. The UK obviously has some awful ones too, and here's an example. It's a duo called the Cheeky Girls.
Life is good, we all go crazy. Light the fire and come with me.
So the Cheeky Girls came to national attention after a fairly ugly episode on the UK's version of the Popstars franchise.
We are the cheeky girls. You are the cheeky boys. You are the
And then, during their second audition, fellow countryman Louis Walsh asked this respectful question.
Wow. And you're definitely girls, yeah?
Yes, we are. So. I don't know, I think he thought that being from Transylvania, Transylvania trans.
And off the back of this unpleasantness, as per the standard pop idol strategy, they released a Christmas single.
Together, it's a hot, hot Christmas night. Make the magic last forever.
The whole thing is just a miserable fable from the early 2000s. Okay, we're really edging into the thorns here. Did you realise that not only is there a Star Wars Christmas special TV show, but also a Star Wars Christmas album released in 1980? And from it, there's only one song I'd consider taking for number 4. It's R2D2, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Now, this is obviously a very special Christmas moment, not only because the actor Anthony Daniels reprises his role as C-3PO, but also because the famed sound designer Ben Burtt provided the voice for R2D2. But the real treat is the identity of that singer.
About the winter star, we know that's where you are.
Who is he? Who owns that sweet, generic plastic cheese voice? Hold on. Plastic cheese? It can't be. It is! It's Bon Jovi again! It's a 20-year-old Bon Jovi struggling to get his big break back when he was called John Francis Bon Jovi Jr. He just can't leave Christmas alone. But we're still not there. There's 3 left. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This was a terrible idea. Did you know that Bob Dylan has a Christmas album?
Who's got a beard that's long and white? Santa's got a beard that's long and white. Who comes round on special night?
Yet another one of his baffling artistic choices over the last 20 years. Although, as bad as this is, it'll never be as bad as, scratch that, nothing will ever be as bad as his movie Masked and Anonymous.
Who wears boots and suit of red? Santa wears boots and suit.
You almost have to feel sorry for poor old Bob at this point, as he tries to marshal his wretched vocal cords one more time to produce a few asphyxiated festive gasps.
Who's got a big red cherry nose? Santa's got a big red cherry nose. Who laughs this way? Ho, ho, ho. Santa laughs this way.
Now, I'm not a raging fan of Bob Dylan, but I do like some of his music. But this next one is a different story, because now we're dealing with someone who's written a few albums that I actually love. Bing Crosby. Yeah, right, I'm talking about David Bowie.
Hello. You ever listen to any of the older fellas? Oh, yeah, sure. I like John Lennon.
Oh, guys, you're off to a bad start. Just bin the script and walk away.
Do you like modern music? Oh, I think it's marvellous. Some of it really fine.
I wonder if Bing likes Helmut Lachenmann.
Christmas.
So they warble on a little bit longer, and Bing asks what Christmas is like at the Bowie household.
Presents, tree, decorations, agents sliding down the chimney. What? I was just seeing if you're paying attention.
Agents sliding down the chimney.
What?
I was just seeing if you're paying attention.
And then, of course, they get started.
They told me, bum.
Oh no, this again, the worst one. But David just can't sing it normally. He has to add an extra layer of horrible.
Peace on earth, can it be?
And there's really some dodgy parts too. Like, what's going on here?
Save the day, live in peace.
You guys probably should have gone over that bit maybe a few more times. Anyway, it's time for number 1. And it's not number 1 because it's the worst. It's number 1 because I just can't believe it exists. It's Smashing Pumpkins with Christmas Time. And I want to give a very special shout out to whoever it was who put together this inspired artwork.
Christmas time has come. Toys for everyone.
Now, it turns out that this might not be the last we hear of Billy Corgan being festive, because just over a month ago in an interview with USA Today, he floated the idea of recording an entire Christmas album. Surprising considering his belief that God is empty.
Just like me.
Can you imagine that? A full Christmas album? Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll buy it, but on 2 conditions. 1, that you hire whoever it was who made this to do the album artwork, and 2, that Bon Jovi gets to be on it. And with that, I'm done. Did you agree with my list? What do you think should have made the cut? For more top 10 lists published every day, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. Even though that's not true, I'm never doing this again. Unless, Billy, the ball's in your court.
If you like my diatribe, subscribe.